Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Massachusetts Maritime Academy's 2020 Scholarship Gala. As we always do, we have an exciting evening of festivities, great food, entertainment, and dancing. Who am I kidding? This pandemic punched us in the nose just like everybody else. 2020 has turned things upside down, and like you, the Academy has Zoomed, hung out on Google Meets. We have socially distanced, sanitized, masked up, and yes, eaten a ton of takeout food. And as such, yes, it means this year's gala is virtual. Without the opportunity for in-person festivities, without the opportunity to share in each other's company, and without the opportunity to celebrate the wonderful things that have happened since the last time we gathered. But make no mistake, we do have reason to celebrate. The Academy again sits atop the nation on return on investment as we continue to deliver on our learn, do, learn formula. Our regiment of cadets is as solid as ever, standing at 1,500 members strong, and construction is beginning on our new training ship, the Patriot State II. A $350 million investment by the federal government in our amazing institution. But even without the opportunity to celebrate, we can't lose sight of the reason why we come together every year. It is our regiment of cadets, led by our regimental commander, Senior Dominic Vicari, and our executive officer, Senior Madison Coughlin. The great work they do, their unsurpassed generosity of spirit, their amazing accomplishments, their resiliency, and yes, shipmates, their growing need for financial support. Truly great reasons to come together, to celebrate, and to raise funds for much needed scholarships. And that is precisely why the 2020 Gala must go on. So as we come together virtually on this Giving Tuesday, let's take a few minutes to hear from our regimental commander on the state of our regiment. And we'll hear from some fine cadets and alumni on the role that your scholarship support plays in their educational pursuits and their career dreams. As we do so, I encourage you to hit the donation link and to make your best donation. For every dollar raised tonight is going to cadet scholarships.
Going back to May, we were forced to work together from apart right away, virtually, trying to plan for this semester as a whole. Throughout the summer, our team connected on video conferences and emails, just like any other normal organization, to make sure that we were able to come together ultimately in the fall. And throughout the semester, we've continued to do the same thing, whether it's in the classroom, engaging some of our classmates who are at home this semester, or continuing to meet on a daily basis through Zoom, even if we're in the room next to each other, to make sure that we're remaining safe and healthy throughout this whole process. I think looking at the Academy from the outside in, it's important to realize how resilient that the cadets and Academy administration have been throughout this entire pandemic. From bringing a new wave of freshmen into the regiment cadets to engaging civically beyond the gates of our Academy, we really contributed to provide a valuable experience to those on campus as well as the community that we serve. Starting in August, we had the opportunity to indoctrinate 400 freshmen into the Academy through 2 different orientation programs due to COVID-19. Throughout the semester, we've invited half of the student body back on campus to ensure that cadets who are in need of hands-on learning, like our upperclassmen licensed majors, are afforded the opportunity to do so, as well as the freshmen receive as true of an experience as possible in their first year here on Taylor's Point. We've had to be creative as hell to move forward through this whole pandemic together, effectively coming up with ways to do everything from morning formation to inspections, cleaning stations, study hours, eating in the mess deck, you name it. We've had to rethink a new way to do it. I'm super proud of my team. I'm super proud to work with the Academy administration and ultimately leave the Regiment of Cadets in a better place despite COVID. I think throughout this whole pandemic, it's very easy to focus on the negatives and to get bogged down with the struggles in our daily lives, but this semester truly has brought a world of new experiences, a ton of knowledge. We've had a lot of fun together, and ultimately we've been able to provide some really great opportunities for the cadet leadership to practice their leadership skills and mentoring the freshmen, and give the freshmen an opportunity to embrace one another and embrace being a part of the Regiment of Cadets. One thing that stood out to me that I can see carrying on its tradition here at the Academy is the involvement of the Student Government Association throughout this past semester. Their creativity and effectiveness in getting people together, engaging with one another in a safe and socially distant way has really been amazing to see. This semester, I'm most thankful for the opportunity to interact with my shipmates every day on campus, engage the freshmen and motivate them to be the best version of themselves, as well as leave a legacy on the Academy that will last for years to come. We've really had to modify a lot of our normal freshman experiences, starting back in orientation, giving them a different experience just because of COVID. But their ability to embrace what we're doing here, to buy into the protocols and to buy into being a part of something bigger than yourself has just been so motivating for us as cadet leadership to stay involved and stay engaged with them. It's a really entertaining class to be around. They're fun kids. They have a lot of bright ideas, and including the freshman leadership has contributed greatly to overall student life on campus as well. So it's been a pleasure to work with them so far, and I'm really excited that they're on campus with us. I think coming into this school as a freshman, I really had no direction where I wanted to go in life. I knew this was a school that could provide me with great opportunities and give me a great education, but that was about all I knew. And to see my personal growth ending in the position that I'm in now has truly been an amazing experience for me. I've learned so much. I've met the best people I'm ever going to meet in my life, and I know that I'll take these experiences with me for the rest of my life.
I chose to come to Mass Maritime because I felt that the regimented lifestyle would be the best for myself. I feel like it's a place where I can fully invest in my future. I feel that they've given me the opportunity to experience more than any place else. I knew that the classes were relatively small, so in the classroom you would have a personal experience with every teacher that you come along. The highlight of my experience at Mass Maritime is just the number of opportunities that I've gotten to pursue different leadership opportunities and job opportunities, whether it's as a squad leader for 6th Company last year, or being able to finish 2 C terms, switch majors, and then finish 2 co-ops. I discovered a lot of traits in myself and my ability to be a leader through Mass Maritime and through the squad leaders that were above me. I am the recipient of the Green, Wallace, and Hammond class of 1955 scholarship. This scholarship means to me a lot. It gives me the chance to kind of go about this semester and not have to worry about how I'm going to be able to finance everything. And it gives me the peace of mind for my family too, as I'm the 3rd child that they're sending through college, and there's one more below me that is beginning this year. So it helps us out a ton in being able to follow our dreams and go to college. My dream after MMA is to be working in an engineering firm, being able to use what I've learned here at school in the real world and make an impact in the world. When I think about the donors, I think about what I would say to them, as I'm extremely grateful and humbled to get this scholarship and how much it means to me. So I would just make sure to thank them and give them the utmost respect that they deserve for giving me the scholarship and being able to help me out in my college career.
What I've appreciated from MMA is type of responsibilities that we carry here as cadets. It's not just academics, it comes from different levels of responsibilities. I'm currently a squad leader in 4th Go, and the amount of responsibilities have skyrocketed. So now I am more responsible with my academics because I need to balance both things. I'm from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, and I heard from MMA when I started applying for maritime academies after talking to harbor pilots in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And MMA offered me the most scholarships. So after talking to my parents, I ended up going to MMA because of the amount of money that they were offering me. Since freshman year, I have been given the Honor Scholarship, which is a scholarship given to minority students. And now recently, my junior year, I had been received the Christopher Blair Erickson 07 Memorial Scholarship. Receiving these scholarships have meant to me and my family amazing help, definitely. But it's not just that financial help. It's the pressure that I have behind my back about these scholarships being given to me. I need to be appreciated about them, and I know that if I keep going on my academics as I am right now, I will be able to, on my next year, receive more scholarships. So after COVID, the application to apply, it was all virtual, and even the interview with Mr. Erickson and Miss Erickson, we had the interview via Google Meet, and a couple weeks after I was offered the scholarship. So I have not been able to meet him personally, but I've met him virtually. So I just want to tell them that I appreciate what they're doing, not just for me, but to the other recipients as well throughout the years. Scholarships for me, they don't only mean financial help. They mean that I need to keep going, that I need to keep my academics up. It motivates me. It motivates me to keep going and to keep pushing the 110% throughout all 4 years.
What makes me very proud of being an alumnus of Mass Maritime is being able to share a bond with shipmates past, present, and future. It's something that no other regular college student has to go through. It's something that we all share, and it's something that we bring to industry. And when people hear that you're from Mass Maritime, they know what they're getting. And what they're getting is somebody who went through 4 years of hard work, or is really, really passionate about what they're doing, and someone who ultimately is going to succeed. When I look back on my time here and where I've ended up today, it was really just fundamental. The time spent here, learning, building relationships with classmates. We really were able to get hands-on experience that it's invaluable to what I'm doing in my field. Receiving the TK Foundation Scholarship really impacted me. I didn't know at the time how much it would help, but looking back now and understanding the financial burden of the academy and kind of being in front of it now and paying for it, it really did make a huge impact for me. It helped out as far as the bills up front and then also down the road. And it allowed me to learn and prosper. It allowed me to continue attending an academy that I really enjoyed. I don't come from a family who is able to really pay in full for school, and I was brought up with the fact that you're gonna have to work for it, and you're gonna have to work while attending school. And this scholarship kind of allowed me for a little while to pump the brakes on having to work and focus more on my education. And that was huge. It was one less thing for me to worry about. So in 2018, when my shipmates and I realized that one of our shipmates had passed, we couldn't just stand by and do nothing. He was an amazing guy, and we really wanted to keep his memory going in the academy. He was a friend to everybody, and he was always willing to say hello and really just have a conversation. And when he was speaking to you, you could tell he really cared and he was passionate about what he was doing. So when we heard the news, we had to do something. And what my shipmates and I did is we were able to make t-shirts and raise money in Michael Shaughnessy's name and start a scholarship in his memory. It had a major impact on not just my group of shipmates, but the entire school. It was really encouraging when we were trying to raise money and we were selling t-shirts, and everybody who walked by and came through the mess deck where we were selling them, they were so willing to give money and donate to such a great cause. Everybody knew him, and everybody was willing to keep his legacy going. I'm very, very passionate about donating and giving back to Mass Maritime. Out in industry, I haven't gone a single place where I haven't found another Mass Maritime shipmate. There hasn't been anywhere where I've mentioned that I went to Mass Maritime and I didn't get an overwhelming response of how great that was and how proud I should be. And giving back to students coming through and who will soon experience that same response in them going to Mass Maritime is huge for me. I am very, very proud.
Colleagues, we get so much support from so many people, so many corporations, foundations, and friends that it would be impossible to name them all tonight. But I stand here inside the newly opened Clean Harbors Emergency Operations Training Center with Regimental Executive Officer Senior Cadet Madison Coughlin to recognize the incredible generosity of Clean Harbors CEO, Massachusetts Maritime Academy Foundation board member, and most recently, star of the hit show Undercover Boss, Mr. Alan McKim.
Just a few months ago, Mr. McKim donated $1 million to the school's permanent scholarship endowment. His gift funds $50,000 in need-based scholarships annually in perpetuity. On behalf of the Academy's community, I say thank you, Mr. McKim.
Just incredible. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to hear directly from another donor, Mr. Lou Ricciardi. Lou set up the Ricciardi Family Scholarship and was instrumental in raising the funds for our cadet investing fund. Yes, our maritime business students manage a portfolio in excess of $100,000 thanks to Lou's generosity. Lou Ricciardi.
The Cadet Investing Center means opportunity for our cadets and ultimately means independence for our cadets as they go through their lives learning how to invest. It means that it's a way to bring an additional skill set to prepare our cadets for life, ultimately, which is what we're trying to do here. Not just today or any day, but to what to engage. This is a spot where they invest real money through the Student Managed Investment Fund. It changes the dynamic completely to making real-time decisions that have some type of an impact. You need to save. You need to start as early as possible. And there's an enthusiasm and a curiosity in our cadets always about everything marine related, but that's great. Now when you start earning a living, how do you invest your 401k? How do you save on your own? This gives them real-time opportunities to do that. So this center is a place to gather, to exchange ideas, to see how our financial markets affect every part of life, and every part of life affects the financial markets. The cadets get to do it right here. Establishing the scholarships that I have here, as well as this Student Managed Investment Fund, was driven by the great respect and love I have for this institution over my lifetime, and also for the enthusiasm that Admiral McDonald and his staff bring to everything that they do here. The delivery of the education here at Maritime Academy is second to none. There's all types of charts out there. It's a great value, this, that, and the other thing, and that's great, but you need to deliver on that. And Admiral Gernon, Admiral McDonald have been delivering on that in my professional lifetime for years on end. Our cadets, there's such a vigor, there's such just a force to learn, and that eagerness that we want them to be as prepared as they can be. So that inspiration that not only comes from the Admiral McDonald and his predecessor, Admiral Gernon, I see in every cadet that I talk to. There is a respect, there's a curiosity, there's a passion for learning and succeeding and for leadership ultimately, and that continues to inspire me to this day. The cadets that I've had the pleasure of engaging with around this endeavor or the scholarships are so grateful for the opportunity to learn, to be excited about things. And what I've learned about the cadets here is that this academy instills an opportunity to understand yourself better and what you're capable of. So I think Maritime Academy, it builds not only leaders, but lifelong leaders. It builds a sense of curiosity. It builds on a sense of you can figure this out if you ask the right questions, if you pursue, if you new knowledge, if you continue to reach beyond what your comfort zone is. Every cadet that I've met here is as passionate along the way of getting their degrees as they are as an alum, and they love this place. It's hard not to be inspired by young people that are so driven that they want to not only succeed for themselves, but they want to represent the academy out beyond the town of Buzzards Bay into the rest of the world. I don't think there's enough words to describe what it feels like to be able to affect the lives of young people, whether they're cadets here or young people at other institutions. And when I see what the administration are doing here at the academy, when I see the way the cadets respond, I just get such a wonderful personal sense of fulfillment. But you have a responsibility to engage. You can't disconnect from your community. You got something to say, engage. And the Academy has been one of the most amazing things that I've ever engaged with over the years. Here I am all these years later. I'm still charged up about public higher ed and the way the Academy delivers on their promise here every day. So what I get from it is just a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to have engaged and helped somebody else.
As we wrap up our first and hopefully our last virtual gala, I want to encourage you to make an investment, a donation in the cadets of Massachusetts Maritime Academy.
On behalf of the entire Maritime family, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your unwavering generosity and incredible support.
So ladies and gentlemen, please lift your glass and let's do a toast to the 2020 Scholarship Gala and to the Regiment of Cadets at Massachusetts Maritime Academy. Go Bucks!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you for joining me and giving back to Mass Maritime.
Thank you for contributing.
Thank you for setting an example.
Thank you for investing in my future.
Thank you for investing in me.